I have 3 magazines on my coffee table. 1, National Wildlife featuring a fox.
Yeah, more animal magazines, huh?
2, Inside Animal Minds featuring a cat and a dog.
Yeah, we knew about that one.
3, National Wildlife featuring this gecko.
Okay.
And 4, Design and Decor featuring my parents' home.
Wait, what?
This is their home.
What?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
What? The cover of the
cover
magazine
story
is their house?
Yes, and then there's a whole spread with all these photos and 2 of the photos feature none other than River the dog. And it's a lot of metal and wood and we never go in this room.
I think Canadian people will like this because this is a very famous Canadian store. Roots, yeah.
It's in America.
But it's a Canadian store.
It is.
Yeah, and Canadian people, I think, are proud of it.
Because that's all they have.
No!
Today I want to talk about, this was inspired by an email, but also something I've been thinking about.
Oh, great. Do you remember the name of the person who sent the email?
No. Do you ever, feel weird about having so much of your life online? And not necessarily your life right now, but, your past self online?
Yes, but I also think it's cool.
Oh.
I like remembering old times of we get to see our friendship grow. We get to see us becoming friends. You know what I mean? It's nice.
But do you regret things that you maybe said in the
All the
beginning?
time.
I guess I don't like that people can get to know me without me being a part of it. I have no issue with people I don't know.
Yeah.
Strangers, go for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Dating someone new and all of their friends Googling me and watching stuff and their mom being able to watch things. I don't know. It feels weird.
That's the nature of the game. I always think it's not my fault for putting stuff out there. It's your fault for looking at it.
I think that I'm annoying.
Sure.
I think that that's my main concern is I feel over the years I've become less annoying. So if you meet me now, you'll be like, oh, not that annoying a person. But then if you go back and you watch old things, you might be like, wow, that person's really annoying.
Well, one, we were very heightened.
Yes.
It's a show. We were very heightened. Our personalities are still pretty heightened, and also it's with anything. You get fired up about something or you act a certain way, and then it's a performance. And then when the camera's off, you're sort of I didn't really care about that.
Mm-hmm. I have no concept of what I've said in anything.
I don't know. But then again, I am dating again, or I guess not really. I'm not putting in that much effort, but I am at a place now where I don't like the idea of dating someone and then they Google me and then their interest in me increases. Which I think maybe has happened a little bit.
But I feel a little conflicted about that because, wouldn't you be, I always think it's weird when people are like, well, the person shouldn't be with you because of your success. But I think, being successful, shows that you're driven and that you have interest and that you're, that you've, followed through on things and that other people find you interesting. And so I feel like there's 2 different ways to look at it. And it depends on what about it is alluring to them.
But I feel, when I'm going on dates, I feel this shift where I'll say, they'll be like, what do you do? And I'll say what I do. And then there's a shift where they're suddenly more interested, which is right. It's good.
What do you say that you do?
I say I'm a writer, and then I try to avoid saying more. And then I also try to avoid saying my last name. Mm-hmm. So I think it comes off that I'm in witness protection. But also, I just moved. Did I tell you this? Mm-mm. I just moved. And
I didn't know you moved.
No, I didn't know about that. I'm hiding from you. And I went outside in my pajamas to put my trash away, and a girl was looking at the apartment in front. So I'm in back, and there's an apartment in front, and a girl was looking at the apartment in front, and she was like, "Are you Gabby Dunn?" And I looked like shit, and I was like, "Yeah, sorry, I'm gross right now." And she went, "Oh my god, I'm such a big fan," and I was like, "Thank you so much. I have to go back in my house. I'm disgusting." And she was like, "Okay, bye." And then I was like, oh my God, if that girl moves it to the front house, that's a little bit weird. And then I went outside and I was walking my dog, again, looking disgusting. And a girl came out of the even further back house, because I'm up on a hill now. And she was like, "Are you Gabby Dunn?" And I was like, what? Did I move into the 0.2 mile radius where people know who I am? Like, what's going on? I had a bit of like, oh, these people have context for me, but I don't know them.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's fame.
No, because I think that there's something different between being like an actress and then being someone who's like all the personal details of your life are available. Where like someone could literally sit down and in a few hours get to know everything about you.
There are things that you say when you're younger, even like as any famous person, that later you're like, ah, shit. Like they do talk about personal information, or they give interviews, or like dating someone, right? If you're an actor and you like dated someone, everyone just associates you with that person. Like, are Brad and Jen ever gonna get away from each other being associated?
No, because they're seeing each other again.
See, okay.
I read it in a magazine. But she's like keeping it casual.
This is the other thing that's crazy about us, is that anyone can find our videos at any time and be like, this happened yesterday. Nobody looks at dates. So people will come at me and be like, they won't say in 2015. They'll be like, you said this. And I'll be like, when? And then it was 2015, but to them it was 5 hours ago. Mm-hmm. So I have no idea. So they think my opinions haven't changed in like 4 years. Do you know what I mean?
What do you think, like, what opinions have changed the most, do you think?
Oh, like who I'm friends with, who I let into my life, like who...
Those are not opinions.
Oh.
Right, but I'm saying that, like, let's say you meet me and then you want to watch a video and then the video that's suggested is from like 2016 or 2015 and then you think that that's me now.
Correct. That's the problem I have.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, but if they watch the JBU from last week, that's fairly accurate.
I can't control what they're watching.
So and I've let that go. You can't control what someone's...
But I think that now that you're dating again, it will become more of a thing to you.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not great.
But I do feel an ickiness where I have to be with someone at my level or higher. Otherwise, it's like I feel a little bit like I'm being excused or I'm being seen as better than I am if you just met me as a person. Versus like if you all of a sudden see that I have a lot of Instagram followers.
I think that's very dependent on the person. I think there's some people that would do that to you, but I think there's a lot of people who wouldn't. Because some people don't really give a shit about this stuff.
In this town?
Yes.
I don't know. I guess they would have to be like a lawyer or something.
Right.
Where would I meet one of those?
Hinge. I'm dating a non-industry person who's very private.
That's great.
I'm going to get in trouble someday.
This is the other thing, is that I'm going through a breakup right now. And the person I broke up with is not that public of a figure. I would argue she is because she's like known in fashion. As someone who is so transparent a lot of the time and like doesn't know when to shut up, I want to talk about the details of what's going on, but I can't. And I feel really, because it's like private for that person. Mm-hmm. And so I want to be able to talk about how what's going on is affecting me. Because also I think it might be helpful to other people who are going through this. But I feel that because they're not a public person and they're not really talking about it, or even because they are sort of a public person, and I'm not just going to go, well, my ex, this, and this, and no one would know who that is. Mm-hmm. They would be able to look her up right away. I can't talk about these things that are going on for me.
Yeah, but maybe in time. Like in 5 years.
Right.
Like I try to not post during the breakdown, but then with some distance and some insight.
You do if it's funny.
Yeah, if it's funny, of course.
I feel it's like all I think about. Uh-huh. And so it feels weird to like be on a show and respect someone's privacy.
It's hard to respect privacy.
I know.
I've been told I have to.
I know.
And I'm going to do my best, guys.
I haven't been told I have to. I just feel I should.
Yes. I mostly just feel that I should. I have been explicitly told I'm not allowed to say his last name.
You don't know his last name.
I don't know it, so that's fine.
I think about like how cool it'll be to be old and be able to see that. Yeah. And I like seeing like our friendship go through times and come back, and you know what I mean? What an arc.
My hair has really changed. You ever feel
No. Sorry, what's up? No, tell me. Allison, this is a sort of withholding behavior.
You come up with a topic.
I'm fine. Let's talk about abortion. Who's had it? Who wants it?